What if that creepy clown from your childhood nightmares was never just a clown, but a cosmic predator using one small town as its personal snack bar? That is Pennywise. That is it. And with it welcome to Derry on the scene, it is the perfect time to dig into what this thing really is and why it still gets under your skin. Let's start at the beginning. Pennywise is not from Earth, not from our universe at all. It comes from the Macroverse, this space outside reality that Stephen King connects to the Toadash darkness in the Dark Tower. In that void, there is a pure alien presence called the Deadlights. That is where it truly lives. The clown you know, with the ruff and the painted grin, is just a costume. The Deadlights are the actual essence. Think of the clown as an app running on ancient, horrifying hardware. A long time ago, before there was even a town, it broke away from the Deadlights, crossed the Macroverse, and crash-landed on prehistoric Earth. The impact point would eventually become Derry, Maine. It went quiet. It slept. Ages passed. Then people arrived, built their homes, raised their kids. And suddenly, for this thing, the buffet opened. King builds this out on a mythic scale. On one side you have Gan, a kind of god of gods, and Machorin the turtle, a cosmic force for balance and creation. On the other side, you have it, which is pure chaos and hunger. It is big, strange, and a little ridiculous in the best Stephen King way. Once Derry is founded, the pattern starts. Roughly every 27 years, it wakes up, feeds for about a year, then goes back into hibernation. Think of a predator that gorges, sleeps, then comes back when it is starving again. Children are the favorite meal. Their fears are bright, simple, easy to twist into shapes. If you are a creature that eats terror, a scared kid is a 5-star dinner. Derry's history turns into a bloody calendar that lines up with those feeding years. A whole settlement vanishes in the 1700s. A family is poisoned in the 1800s. You get the Bradley Gang shootout. The burning of the Black Spot, a club built by black soldiers and destroyed by white supremacists. Claude Heroux goes on an axe rampage. Every time it wakes up, Derry suffers. Every time it goes back to sleep, the town looks away, shrugs, pretends none of it really mattered. The horror gets buried along with the bodies. To pull all of that off, it comes loaded with a serious toolkit. The headline power is shapeshifting. Pennywise can become whatever scares you most, grabbing images straight out of your mind. Classic movie monsters. Someone you love who has died. The exact memory you avoid thinking about, suddenly standing right in front of you. On top of that, there is telepathy. It feels emotions, digs through memories, and hunts for soft spots. The illusions are not harmless either. They can hurt you. They can kill you. In King's world, your mind and your body are not separate when fear gets involved. Then there are the Deadlights. That swirling orange glow is a weapon all by itself. One look can stun you, break you, or hollow you out in a way that never fully heals. People come back different, or they do not really come back at all. And if you think you can just outmuscle it, good luck. Pennywise is fast, strong, and incredibly hard to kill. You can cut into it, you can make it bleed, but you are not just stabbing some animal in a sewer. You are hitting a projection that is wired to something ancient and hungry, watching from somewhere else. But here is where it gets interesting. For all that power, there are cracks. When it chooses a form, it also takes on that form's weaknesses. Pick the right moment, the right weapon, and you can land a real hit. Not because silver is magic on its own, but because belief matters. The imagination that fuels your fear can also fuel your courage. In King's world, conviction is a blade. If you truly believe something will hurt it, that belief has teeth. There is also the Ritual of Chüd, this psychic battle where two wills lock together. It is less about fists and more about nerve, humor, and holding your ground. At one point, Machorin the turtle helps guide Bill Denbrough through that fight. Later, in some of King's weirdest corners, the turtle chokes on a universe and dies. The cosmology gets wild, but the idea sticks. This monster can be challenged on a mental and spiritual level, not only a physical one. Another limit is the town itself.
It seems bound to Derry. Whether that is a choice or a prison, Derry is the hunting ground. That boundary matters. In the end, it is that limit, plus the Losers Club's courage and unity, that gives them a way out. Twice.
So what does it actually look like when the clown costume drops? Pennywise, the dancing clown, is bait. The off grin, the weird eyes that do not quite look in the same direction. It is familiar enough to get close to, and wrong enough to haunt you later. Sometimes it uses the name Bob Gray, which sounds like some random neighbor. That might be an old human face it tried on once, or just a boring alias to lower your guard. When the losers go underground and see a true body, what they get is a gigantic spider, laying eggs and dripping nightmare fuel. That spider is not the real form. It is simply the nearest shape a human brain can handle without completely falling apart. The reality is the deadlights, orange, churning, hungry. Look at them long enough and something inside you goes quiet, or snaps. Between shapes, people have caught glimpses of an orange, shifting mass. The mouth can split wide into endless rows of teeth, with the deadlights pulsing deeper inside the throat. It feeds on fear first, flesh second. When it sleeps, it does not rot. It does not die. It just pulls back, like a storm rolling out past the horizon, waiting for the next season to roll around. Put all of this together and you get a creature that treats a town like a pantry and Earth like a stopover. Ancient origin, a neat little feeding schedule, a charming mask that invites kids to step closer instead of running away. Rules that bend just enough that your belief, your bravery, actually count. That is why Pennywise sticks with you. The clown is only the costume. The monster is cosmic, but the fear feels local. The fear feels personal. It feels like something that could be hiding in your own neighborhood, behind a drain, behind a smile, behind a balloon. If Welcome to Derry really leans into that mix, the small town that forgets and the universe-sized menace that never does, it will tap into the same cold feeling that made the novel so powerful. Because in the end, all it takes is one red balloon floating down a quiet street to ruin a summer. If you enjoyed this video about Pennywise's true nature, hit like, tell us your favorite Pennywise moment in the comments, and subscribe for more.